I was already a little more cautious giving my daughter food for the first time than I was my son because she had a dairy intolerance while she was breastfeeding. And so I didn't eat dairy for a year for her. And so when I started giving her food, I was like watching everything. I gave her some scrambled eggs, kind of like how I gave my son scrambled eggs for the first time. She seemed totally fine. But then a couple hours later, she started throwing up. And it wasn't just like a little bit of throwing up, it was like violent throwing up often. So I was like, oh my God, she's sick. Yikes, she must have the stomach bug. And so we treated it like she had the stomach bug. But then I gave her pancakes maybe a week later, and pancakes have eggs in them and they're considered raw egg. That is not considered a baked egg. And it was the same thing. A couple hours later, I got a call from her babysitter that was like, Frankie won't stop throwing up. And she was throwing up everywhere. We happened to have an appointment with the pediatrician the next day, so I was talking to her about it, but I still hadn't connected the dots that it was eggs. I was like, something is making her throw up. I didn't know what it was. The pediatrician, she's wonderful. I love her so much. She was like, this sounds like an FPIES allergy to eggs. I had never heard of FPIES. I did not know what that was. I thought that I was just looking for like an IEG allergy, which is a typical allergy that someone would have. She didn't have a rash. She didn't have like any difficulty breathing or anything like that. You can read some more about it, but basically it's food-induced enterocolitis syndrome. And basically it's not an IEG allergy, but it's like an allergic reaction in their gut that makes them throw up. And some kids end up having vomit to shock. And so they throw up so much that then their body goes into shock because they're dehydrated. We were sent then to an allergist and we got some allergy testing done. She had a skin test done. She had a blood test done. And FPIES is just kind of a weird allergy because it is not going to present in the same way that an IEG allergy is. And so it's being monitored by her allergist. She's not having eggs, obviously. And I do have Zofran on hand if she did have some eggs and started to throw up. I know that allergies are like very nerve-wracking. And it is scary to give your kids food. I totally understand that. You can have some Benadryl on hand, talk to your pediatrician about it, and you will be okay.